Hello and welcome to Lincoln to Local. I'm Hannah Davis, joined again by Steve Thompson this week to bring you another update on our work at the state capitol. Steve, this week was another pretty big deadline, and it was a busy week at the state legislature. So where are we at on some of our core Farm Bureau issues now that that deadline has passed?
Yes, Hannah, it was a very long, very tense week at the Capitol. Both sides were on the floor session most all day, and even one night till about 1 o'clock in the morning. I believe the House set a record for their longest and latest night into the next day earlier this week. So everything that wasn't heard by Thursday evening is now dormant for this session. So our list to watch has shrunk quite a bit. We worked very hard with our members around the state, as you know, the last couple of weeks to make sure that the busy time that they had there, nothing got through that really shouldn't have. So we're excited to take a deeper look at what's left and really try to work out the kinks on a couple of smaller issues over the next few weeks.
So it seems like we've talked about ad valorem taxes a lot the past several weeks, but the county ad valorem tax, we had some good news after that deadline.
Yes, that's been one of our primary focuses. We did an action alert 2 weeks ago and really compelled our members to try to reach out and connect with their legislator. Thanks to the communications team for pushing all that out, and our field reps for helping to connect members with Oklahoma Farm Bureau members with their legislative representatives and senators at the Capitol. And I know that those bills were really pressed hard by the proponents, but thanks to the support of our members and the pressure that they applied throughout the state, really in all 77 counties, neither of those measures were taken up by the legislature, and that was really a big victory for us because they have to remain dormant for the rest of the year. So we greatly appreciate the time that it took our members to, whether it was a phone call, a text, an email. We heard a variety of different ways that they contacted their members, and truly it made a difference in this case. And sometimes we're not sure how well they listen, and this was a case where I do feel like that our voices were heard, and thanks to the really tremendous support that we received as our team here in Oklahoma City, that truly the members of Oklahoma Farm Bureau were the winners in that situation.
Absolutely, that's great. And the other ad valorem bill we've talked about has to do with municipalities, and it actually progressed. So what do Farm Bureau members need to know about that bill?
Yes, by contrast to some of the county ad valorem bills, we were able to achieve a victory with the municipal ad valorem for public safety by finally eliminating the last of our concerns with that piece of legislation by adding an amendment this week that was adopted by the Senate that would exempt implements of husbandry. So all of our members who live in municipalities that were to pursue this type of ad valorem would be exempted. Their livestock would be exempt, their property would be exempt, and now the last step was trailers, tractors, combines, other pieces of equipment and machinery. Thanks to the Senate amendment this week, those will be exempted as well. So we feel like ag was very well taken care of, and as you know, it was a 3 to 5 year process to get all that. It was kind of a hard-fought compromise, and so we're proud to be a part of safeguarding our members in that way.
So something a little bit unexpected, we saw some income tax cuts be advanced in the session this week. So can you fill our members in on what that's about?
Really two massive pieces of legislation that popped up this week onto the House and Senate floor. Earlier this week, the Senate advanced one that would repeal the vehicle sales tax of 1.25% that was implemented in 2017 as a means to balance the budget then. I know that that was really not something they wanted to do, but the state's budget was in such a shape they needed revenue, so they added an additional tax on all vehicle sales. But the eye-popping one came out of the House later this week, and it was $500 million in a series of income tax reductions, the largest of which will be phased in over 5 years for corporate income tax to eventually do away with that, and through other series of income tax deductions and exemptions that total up to about $500 million made its way out. So really, it was a big week for tax and revenue issues, and we're really proud to see that the state's budget picture is so much better than we thought it was, and we were able to keep away any new property tax increases for our members that live in the county, as well as the income tax relief that the House advanced.
Great. Thank you, Steve. And thanks for joining us for another episode of Lincoln to Local.